Hello, 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 hello. How you doing? How you doing? Hello, Sarah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, how are you?
I'm okay, and you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
That's good.
What are you doing? Cooking?
Yeah, I came from work a little bit later and had to go do some run around. So
Yeah,
I'm just now cooking because I
perfect.
have to work tomorrow again. So,
Yeah, I like when you're cooking on the live on the show. It bring different dimension.
huh?
It brings different dimension.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, I guess maybe you're right.
So go ahead and say hi to the folks here. They are tuning in.
Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's having a great night or everybody is having a great day so far. And
Yeah,
if you didn't, I pray that God, you know, replace it with the joy and smile and laughter.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
So what soup are you cooking?
I'm really not okay, so it's kind of a Sierra Leone food.
Yeah.
So like I'm cooking two different things. I'm cooking like a yam and cocoa one pot. That's how we call it. And then a rice one pot. I just want to leave it in the refrigerator for a couple of days
Oh, okay.
because I come from work late, so my schedule is
Yeah.
really hectic.
Okay. So
So that's how I call it.
we're gonna take a 5 minute music break, and then we're gonna play this music for 5 minutes as I share the live speed. Okay.
Okay.
All right, folks. Welcome here to Current Situation Media, ladies night relationship topic, and we are here with one of our panelists. She's very busy preparing some news, so we're gonna take a 5 minute music break here. We're gonna put her on mute. When she's ready, she will unmute herself here. Then we can
Yes, sir. I'm just prepping, but I'll be on.
okay. Thank you. Yeah, let's take a 5 minute break here. We're gonna play some.
And you guys stay tuned because this topic is very important
Yes,
and we need to shine light on it because a lot of people just sweep it underneath the rug. But your kids are also important in your relationship and all that good stuff. So it's
yeah,
going to be a very interesting and everybody can take from it.
yeah,
So,
absolutely, absolutely. She's absolutely right. Because you want your kids to be comfortable with somebody you with.
yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, because if your kids are not comfortable, how you gonna be comfortable with that person?
I mean, some people overlook that, and that's where problem comes. People overlook all of that, and problem comes in,
Yeah,
and they don't care. So,
you're absolutely right. Okay, folks, we're gonna play some little music here, and we are taking All right, guys. We got 3 more minutes to start. We are just sharing right now. Welcome here to Current Situation Media. Ladies and high relationship topic. Let us know where you're watching from here. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Just make a comment. We are discussing here about two topics tonight. We have one already on the screen. As you can see here, is it okay to get your kids' approval or advices before entering into a new relationship? And how long will it take you to introduce your new partner or bring him or her around your child or children? Um, uh, that's our first. That's our first topic for tonight. And the second one here, let's review the second one. The second one here, what are some signs, red flag, and early warnings the relationship or marriage is feeling, and it how to save it? What are some early signs that a relationship is feeling, and how can you save it? Yeah, so those are very very important topic. Tonight is going to be very interactive. So we are sharing right now. So go ahead, help us share. Uh, Let us know where you are watching from. Make a comment. We just want to welcome you all. The ladies' night had a relationship topic. It's very interesting. Ladies' night every Wednesday, every Wednesday, every Wednesday. So we will be starting in a little bit here. All right, ladies' night every Wednesday. If you want to join us, let us know. We will post the link. As you can see here, that's the link here to join here. If you want to be a part of this show here, you can always join and come and contribute. The show is very educational. And right now, what we are doing, like I said, we are just sharing. We'll be starting in a little bit here. Later on, some of our panelists will join us here. This is a 2 hour segment show. It is very interesting. It's very entertaining here. Trust me. It is good. We are live streaming from the Current Situation Media Facebook page. We are also live streaming from our YouTube page and our Instagram page. Yeah, everything is Current Situation Media. So if you're on Instagram right now, you are following us here. Right now, we have people joining from Instagram here. We are welcoming them, and also let us know You can always go in here from either of those three social sites, either from youtube.com/ at current situation media, or the Instagram current situation media, and the Facebook current situation media. Yes, 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 yes. You are not streaming from my personal page. So those that are used to the personal page, you have to join us on this page here, and let's fire it up. Let's fire it up here. It's going to be interesting tonight. We will be starting in a little bit here. Like I said, right now we are just sharing. We are sharing here all these yummy information here. You can join us. It is my heart relationship topic. We're sharing as much as we can here because some people will be tuning in here. This show is very interactive. Like I said, very, very interactive. So join us. What's up, girl? She's in the kitchen. What's up? What's up?
Hi.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, and I am one of the panelists here. I'm just cooking. Sorry. You have to multitask sometimes.
Yep, yep. And
But I welcome everybody on the show and hope that everybody will enjoy and get something from what we're about to talk about.
yep,
Because it's very important, and I feel like it's a very good topic.
yep.
Well, just so you must know, I was one of those people that asked that question. I came up with that question. I might not like 100% like relating to it because I don't have kids yet, but I feel like it's a very good topic because you see a lot of that happen especially in our community. Now people don't really care about who they date or bring around their kids. I'm not saying that people are neglecting their kids or anything like that, but that's why a lot of these different kind of like cases like neglect, rape, and all these things happen because people don't watch who they bring around their kids. Just introduce anybody to your kids and be comfortable with it. And sometimes you have to pay attention because kids can point out people. Kids know.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome you. Let's welcome our other panelists, Massa Rachel Carter, all the way from Bismarck, North Dakota. Welcome, girl. What's up? You looking so beautiful. Tell us what's that new hair? I know you are gearing up now. Who told you that if females can look beautiful in the winter, they always look beautiful? The other panelists, Cookie, you look
Wow.
beautiful. And the new panelist that they join us too, she's look beautiful.
It's
And
just funny.
talk to us. Welcome.
I'm okay.
Are you guys? Can you guys hear the music in the background?
No.
Mm, mm,
Huh?
no,
Oh, you can hear the music in the background?
no.
Oh, okay. I'm playing music. I thought you guys could hear in the background. Yeah. But anyway, Masa, what's up? What's new?
Nothing. Interesting topic tonight.
Okay. Yep, yep. Some Lizzie says she cannot see the link. We just sent her the link. Yeah. Lazy that in our chat room here, she says she can't see the link. Let me send her the link again. I don't know why she's not seeing the link. All right, so folks, welcome here. If you are just joining us here, let us know where you watching from here. Let's see. Lazy said why the link was not published in the group. Yeah, the link is published in the group. The link is published in the group here. Let me post the link here too on the public page. But the link is published.
All you should do like hit the link and tag her name in the message. Like hit it and then put her name there. It was I don't know
Oh, okay. Let
how
me.
to explain it.
Yeah. Reynolds is joining us here. Lofty, let's see. Let add Lofty to the stage. Lofty, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I can hear you too.
Can you send a link to Lizzie? I tag her. I put a link in the chat room.
Okay, let me send it to her. I'll have to leave the chat and
Yeah,
come back.
and come back. Okay. Yeah,
Um,
the link is there right in the chat room here. I just posted it again. And let's see here. All right, just posted a link. All right, folks. So if you are just joining us here, wherever you are watching from, I would like to say welcome here to Ladies Night Current Situation Media here. We do this show every Wednesday here. Is educational, is interactive, it's informative, it's entertaining here. Last week it was so interactive. So it's a 2 hour segment here. Sometimes we'll go a little bit more 2 hour, depend on our engagement in the show here. So all our panelists are hopping on here. We encourage our panelists to share the link here as well. As we dive into ladies' night here, hard relationship topic. We have some of our panelists. They are on audio, some are on video here. They usually switch back and forth. So yeah, folks, welcome here. Crew Queen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, folks, I'm just trying to make sure we get our windows, everything up here. All right. I think right now I can see all you guys. So folks, tonight, like I said, we will be discussing two topics here. We have the first one is okay to get your kids approval or advices before entering into a new relationship. New relationship is always kind of critical. You are very cautious because you've been single for a while, and you like, you know what? I saw this girl or this guy, and I'm interested, but I have kids, and should I just take him to my kids, or I should wait? I don't want to introduce him right now before it backfire. How should I get my kids advice? So yeah. So that's what we're discussing right now. We're gonna start with Crew Queen. Crew Queen, go ahead, introduce yourself and your state of residency, and you can opine on the first discussion. Is it okay to get your kids' approval or advice before entering into a new relationship?
Hello.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of noise in my background because my baby crying.
Okay. So then we can go with someone else. You want to come back on later, or you can stay on, or you want
No,
to go?
I will stay on and just mute my phone, but somebody can go. She's in the basement, but I don't know if you guys hearing her. So
Yeah,
I don't want it to be this. You guys hearing her, right?
a little bit.
Yeah. So
Okay. All right. So somebody gonna go first. Lizzie, Crew Queen will come on here. Let's start with Rachel. Rachel, fire up here. Is it okay to get your kids involved or approve or advise before entering into a new relationship? You can use yourself as a personal reference, or you can generalize.
Um, I think it's good to get the kids approval
Why?
because as a parent, your happiness goes around that kid, and not only that, you've been having a kid before that man. So, and it's just like they are part of the family too. So they are part of you. So whatever you connect with, they gotta be okay with it. If not okay with it, I don't think you're gonna have peace. Cause you have to trade your children happiness and make the man happy, or make the children happy and make men sad. So I think you have to get the children approval.
You have to get a children approval, okay? And so, if you do get a children approval, how long will it take before you introduce the children to this man? What are you gonna tell them? That yeah. So you've been single for a while, right? Yeah, maybe like a year, or maybe 6 months, right? You see this guy, you like him. Now you talk to the kid about this new guy here, but you haven't bring him over. How long is it gonna take?
Um, well, this is the thing though. It all depends on everybody time. But you literally, especially if you have females children, even and no matter what gender it is, you gotta be careful how many men you bring around and like bring this. So you gotta be sure first because you don't want to show them this before they reach 80. You have shown them 18 men, 20 men. So you gotta be careful. You gotta be sure before you bring those before you bring a relationship to them. Like you gotta know that that relationship have gone to the next level and is about to go into marriage and planning family and stuff like that.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, folks. The line is also open here. Those that will not be joining us here on the video, those that want to call in, we have two phone numbers: 515-207 1657 or 515-326-1905. Here, you can always call here to weigh in. We'd like to hear your input here on our first topic of discussion, which is it okay to get your kids' approval or advices before entering into a new relationship? How long will it take you to introduce your new partner or bring him or her around your child or children? That's a very interesting topic here, and we will have Sarah fire up. Sarah, are you with us? Are you still seasoning the soup?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not seasoned. I'm just prepping everything,
Okay,
but I can still talk.
all right, go ahead and weigh in.
Hi,
This,
hi, everybody. My name is Sarah.
this
Huh?
is what Sarah, hold on. This is what I noticed tonight. Look, tonight everybody hungry because everybody,
Everybody's cooking.
so the only person not eating is me. So let me go get my own drink. Tonight is a hungry
Bogus.
on the show.
It
Everybody
is a
eating.
hungry night. Everybody is eating and cooking.
Yeah. So Sarah, fire up. What's your input? You the one to introduce the topic. So what?
I know. I mean, I did introduce it, but I did not do it for any particular reason.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
just did it because I mean, I've been around people with kids like for such a long time, and like my obviously my like our parents, you learn things from them, and it's like an example. Like I feel like it is very important to get your kids' opinion or your kids' input because what your kids will be seeing because when you're in love, you have Google Gaga eyes. You might not see the things that the kid is seeing. So it's very important for you to get your kid's opinion because your kid might be saving you from something that you're not seeing because you're in love or because you're very interested in this guy or like you said earlier because you have been single for a long time and somebody came your way that has everything that you're looking for. You miss all the red flags. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's very important to get those kids' opinion because you're gonna bring that person around. That person is gonna be spending time with them. Even possibly you're gonna be leaving the kids alone with them. Like, babysitting or they come over, they could go to work, you leave him there, or something somehow, some way, they're gonna be alone with that person. And those moments is when a lot of things happen. You see, like how most kids don't come out and say things until they're 18 or until their adulthood because of the kind of people that either their parents bring around or the kind of people that they've been around and things like that. So it's very important to involve your kids dating because I always say if you're dating a man, your kids are also a part of that. I would call it your kids are also dating him. Like, just like so if you don't get your kids input or what they think, then if something goes wrong, you are going to be the one to be blamed because you never check that person, you never study that person. And that also goes to say is like to me, I think there's such thing as too early, but there's no such thing as too like, too late or whatever the case might be. I think like to me, my preference is if I had kid, like I'm dating somebody new, like and like bringing him around and stuff. It would take me, like honestly, it would take me probably like close to 6 months because I'm just not one of those people that will bring people over to their houses anyways. That's just how I am. Like just from the beginning, dating and things like that, because I feel like that creates boundaries, that creates respect. It just gives so much space to be in your own space, because like I said, if you're in love, you would want to be with that person all the time. And you know how love at first sight is very sweet and everything is going so good and everybody is so like wrapped up around each other, and you miss the red flag. And if you bring that person home and that person has done some things in the past, or has, committed a crime, or has, because, there's some crimes you can tolerate. There's some things you can tolerate. But when it involves your kids, you can only go so much, because your happiness involves your kids too. But I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I come first in everything. My kids are my kids, but my own feelings matter too." But that's not the case, especially being around African mothers. Do you know how much they thrive for us? You know how far they go and things like that. And I know that a lot of, especially from back home, a lot of like people, they don't consider those things. They don't. They just, because in Africa, like, truth be told, we're very trustworthy, easily, to be honest. That's one thing I noticed. When they see this person is like nice on the surface, like looking good, or this uncle is so nice, this uncle bring you biscuit, this uncle bring you candy, this uncle, like, he presented himself nice. Because some people can hide their ways to date you. They can really hide their ways just to date you. So if you bring them too early, close to your kids, it's a problem in the long run. So I think, like me, 6 months would be like a minimum. I'm just saying. Because especially when you're dating a person and it's getting serious and things are going good and possibly leading to marriage, you do not want to bring them too early either. And plus, especially if that person don't have a kid too, it might be like a turn off to them. If you bring them and you bring them close to your kids, and the kids are acting some, like, a certain way, that can give you some information about the person, whether they like kids or not, whether they can tolerate your kids and things like that. So I think it's a very wise decision. I don't know, because some people would not, involve their kids in their dating life, because they always say, "Oh, my kid is my kid, my man is my man," and things like that. Some people will say that and like brush it off their shoulders, but I think it's a wise decision to to make. But people are people; they're gonna do what they want to do, and they're gonna act the way they want to act. So
Thank you.
that's
Thank.
my opinion.
Oh wow, well said. Well said. Yeah. Let's hear from before I come in here. Let's hear from Eleanor. Eleanor, are you there? Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. So is it okay to get your kids' advice, or maybe point of view, before entering into a new relationship? Your thought on that. And if you do, how long is going to take to introduce that person to your kids?
For me personally, I think when it comes to decision like on getting into a new relationship, that's already a critical condition. I mean, it's already hard decision to make. So I don't really get my kids involved in it until I know it's gonna go somewhere. Because I don't want to be introducing my kids to different people, and then before you know it, John come and go, Paul comes and go, Peter comes and go. So I will talk about myself. Like when I met my husband now, it took me a year to introduce my kids to him, because I had to go Africa, meet him, and see the kind of family he's from. And then when I came back, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is gonna go somewhere. And then I just put him on the phone with my kids, and then they all loved him. Like, because for example, I'm talking to this guy out of the country, and I tell my kids, "Oh, communal committee, I have this man I'm talking to, and I want you to." First of all, my children are under the age of 18. What kind of decision babies like that are gonna make that's gonna be beneficial to me or them? So I think when it comes to dating or in a relationship, you make the decision because you know what's best for you and your kids. But getting it involved, I don't know, because he might be a good guy to me, and my kids might hate him. or he might be a great guy to my kids, and I might not like him or want to continue a relationship with him. So I think the best thing is to do is for you to explore that relationship, make sure it's gonna go somewhere and that's what you want, and it's gonna be beneficial to you and your kids before getting them involved. That's just my opinion.
Wow. So your ladies, everybody on the same side, and let's hear from Crew Queen. Crew Queen, can you talk to us now?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. What is your input?
My input in here is I think it's important, so I will go both way, but I will explain why I'm going both way.
Which way are you
It's
going
important
first?
to let
Which way you want to go right
I,
now?
I, right now I want to go like if I get letting your kids know,
Okay. So letting your
letting your
kids
kids
know
evolve.
involved. Are you getting
It's
that?
good to get. Hello, you hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's good to get your kids involved in your relationship to be approved, because end of the day, when you enter in a relationship, you are not entering in a relationship for yourself. You enter in the relationship because you want to know, because when you are a mother that got a child, you want to know if your kids will approve that relationship, or the man is somebody who like kids. What saying that is, let me lower myself and get my daughter, please. The reason I'm saying that, because uh some of us, we get in a relationship, we never put our kids in it, we just get in a relationship because we feel like it's good for us. And then later on, when you bring the person around your kids, the person start showing some attitude that is not right for your kids. And two, sometimes in case you have like a 2 year old, 3 year old child that cannot advise you, and you enter in a new relationship. So when you enter in a new relationship, you have to think about your child. And you cannot come and ask your child, a 5 year old child, say, oh, do you approve the relationship? That 5 year old child don't know what it was. You, the mother, have to make a decision for that 5 year old child to see if that person is right. And it's not, sometimes it's not even necessary to bring men around your kids, because after 6 months, you don't know whether that man just wanted to eat something and he's trying to take you serious. I will use an example. I had a friend that when he want you, he will be Muslim. When you Muslim, he will be Muslim just to get you. He will be Muslim. He will tend to Muslim. And if you go to your church, just to get you. After he get you, he move on. So men and do things unexpecting it. Like you don't even expect. You feel like, oh, the person is God fearing the days, but end of the day, they just backfire. So all I can say is pray to God that God show you the right way. Because end of the day, you never know whether when you bring that man around, he's gonna be good, or when you're not bringing him around, you're gonna be good. So always put your power into God hand, pray to God, let Him show you the right way, because God will always lead you no matter what.
Thank you. Good input, ladies. Other ladies are leading the scene here from a female perspective. They are saying that it is good to get that children involved because some men you come around just to accomplish his stuff and leave, or they want to make sure they are not bringing a rapist or killer or somebody who don't like kids or family around. So these ladies are pretty much speaking from a mother slash female perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, those are just joining us. What is your input? Let us know if you want to come on by phone. The number is on there. If you want to come on this segment here, we will also send you the link. So, from a man perspective, I'm going to speak from a man perspective. But before I speak from a man perspective, Lizzie Queen, you say you're going to give two input. One, agreeing for your kids' approval and advice, and the other one not agreeing. So, you want to speak from the other standpoint?
Okay, the other standpoint is not agreeing, bringing men around. I think I put both together, because, as I said, sometimes when you bring men into your household, AJ, I noticed so many of us. I will put myself in it because I will use myself as an example. When I got in my relationship, my older daughter was 4 years old. Now she's 13, going to 14. She was 4 years old when I got in my relationship that I am right now. I never asked my daughter if I was going to get in a relationship. I just thought that he was good faith because his son was 5 and my daughter was 4. So we both brought the two kids together and they both like got connected. But also I was thinking that he was a good faith for my kids. I don't know what kind of baggage he came with. I think I don't know if it was a right decision that I made, but for now I can say I make the right decision. Because sometimes those kids are smart, it's good to get them involved, but when they're smart, you cannot get a kids involved. So it depends because the way you ask the question say it's good to get your kids involved. Like you're supposed to make it specific how old the kids have to be to get them involved. Because sometimes you have a young baby, you just got out of relationship, or the man leave you with a child with a pregnancy, and then you have a child and good man come in your life. I will not go tell my newborn or baby, say, hey, do you approve this relationship that I come and get in? You not ask that newborn. You have to make the decision, as Eddie North said. You have to think the positive way. And also, as I said, you always have to put God first. And me, I don't think if I was a woman that's single, if I bring one man in my child life and it not work out, it will be hard for me to bring another man in my child life because I don't want my kids knowing too many men. So when my children big, yes, we have to sit down and talk about it. That man have to carry us out as a family. You're not coming in my house because most majority of all we bring men in our house. Without the men are carrying all out, we can just bring them in our house and say, come and see my children. The man, when I go man, they will say, let me take you out, bring your kids, let me get to know your children. But we just invite anybody into our household. When you are a single mother, you just invite them in your household, like, oh, you can come in my house and come and see my children. No. The first time you're gonna see my child, we will have to meet on the street. Let my child get to know you. But I'm not bringing you in my house because I don't know what kind of spirit you coming with around my child. So on the other side, I would say no. It's not good to bring men around anytime you want to bring a man around because your children come first. You don't come first. You're not living your life for yourself. You live your life for your children. So long you put one child, just know that that child surround your life now. Every decision you make, it have to be about that child before you make that decision. So I will feel like no until that man know what he want, until that man can propose. So you say, baby, will you marry me? Then you can bring your child, you can bring him around your children. When you marry me, then you waiting now to show your children to the man. But the man I propose to you, just boyfriend and girlfriend, then you go introduce your child. I feel that it's wrong. It's not. If I was single by that time, I would not bring no man around me until that man can propose to me. Then I know how to bring my children around and tell my kids, say, this is who I want to be with, what you think or what you're not think. When my children not approve it, it's something that I have to talk to them about and tell them who he is or something. Maybe my children will see something about him because children they can notice stuff that you don't notice because you don't know whether that man was being so nice that he looking at your 5-year-old child when he come to bathe your 5-year-old child to start molesting your 5-year-old child. You don't know that that man a molester. So like to be honest, AJ, the whole stuff that you just have to pray to God and put it in God's hand because it's a hard question. It's hard. God always have to come first. That's all I can say. I will put God first.
Thank
So I
you.
have something to say.
Yes, go ahead. Yes,
So
sir.
you know how she says that you're not gonna talk to your kids like we're not talking about like physical, like conversations. Because when
No, when
certain
I
kind of
said talk to
people
your
come,
child, no. No, and
Mhm.
when I said talk to your child, I said you will not be able to talk to a 1 month old child or Ethan. That's what I said. I never said
I
talk to
know
your
that,
child.
but
I make it
but listen,
specific.
but listen, can you listen? But
Yes.
you can notice some behavior on kids when certain people come around. That's what that means. It's not like physical verbally talking to them. That's not what that means. Because there's certain people that will come around and kids will start to act different and then you'll be like, oh, my child has never done this before. What's going on? And then you will start noticing the pattern. Keep on repeating. Every time you bring that person over, the pattern will repeat. Every time you bring that person over. That's what I meant by that. That's what that means.
That's why I said when I said in my statement, I said the question was not like really direct to say how old the child was gonna be. And also as a mother, as a 5 kids mother, when I when I had my fourth daughter, when I kept her around my play mom, I think everybody age you know my mom or Teresa. When
Yeah.
my daughter saw my mom, she was crying, but when she saw my dad, my dad, she welcomed my dad like to say something like she was all around him. But by the time she see my play my face, she was crying. So sometimes kids cry with some like it's complicated, as I said. Like you just have to put God first. It's complicated.
Can I say something?
Yeah, yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So this is a very good topic. On a
Mm-hmm.
psychological aspect, um, children children emotionally get connected with people. And whenever you people and those people that comes in our life, people think that children, as long when a child is like a child can even be baby, they still observe, they still know what's going on. Okay, so it's good to always involve your kid, because this is the thing, when your kids don't connect to that person, it's difficult, because your kid's gonna be having some trauma. They'll be having some. They will not be okay. They will have withdrawal. They will have so many things going on. Because this is the thing, that father not in their life already. They're dealing with that trauma by their self, or that mother not in their life already. So another person coming in a space will be something they gotta psychologically, they gotta observe, they gotta try and connect to it, and then after that, they connect with that person. If that person not in their life, it affects them so bad. And Africans, we think that, oh, that child too small, that child don't need to know, oh, I will just do it for the benefit of the child. But that child need to be involved. Because that child, if that child is not involved, you bring the person near that child is dealing with the other parents not there, and to share space and make that person be a alpha male or another parent over them, they're already struggling with that. So the child need to be involved in it.
And
That's what.
yeah, ladies, I think you guys are saying almost the same thing here. Different contexts, but let me weigh in here from a man perspective. I know some of our gentlemen will be coming here. So from a man perspective here, when we got into a new relationship, let me use myself first as an example. Then maybe I can generalize here. If I get into a new relationship, yeah, I usually, even if my kid meet the girl, we men like to show up very quick here. When they're dating a new girl. But usually men do not introduce that girl as his girlfriend or his lover. He would tell his kids that, oh, this is my friend. And kids are smart. When they see that dad spending a time with a woman, they will observe it, especially the female kids. They will observe it. The little boys, they will not observe that, but the female kids will observe it, but they will not introduce that girl as, oh, hey, Queen, this is my girlfriend. No, it will take a while because the man wants to know if he ready in this for a long run or he just want to hate. But because while he bring her home and the kids are there, so he's not going to introduce it. This is my girlfriend. He's going to be like, this is my friend. Men will do that. I've did that in the past where maybe I just like that girl because of physical attraction. I just want to hit. So I don't have time to come say, oh, Queen, this is my girlfriend. No, this is my friend. And they will leave with that mindset that this is my friend. So men will not. It's very hard for a man to say, I'm getting my kids advice. Usually it play out when the kids see that dad with that girl or that female or that woman, it plays out where the female kids will be like, Dad, I like this girl. So a man will establish a relationship with his friend who pretty much he wants to date by listening to his kids. So he might not introduce, but he will see if his kids will observe and like that individual. Because usually when a kid say, oh, Dad, I like her, meaning that okay, my kids are already approving, but he will not tell the kids. No, whereas a female, they will discuss with that kid, oh, I'm bringing a guy in, this, that, what do you think? And yes, they will tell the kids right away, oh, I'm dating this new guy, I can't wait for her to meet him. But usually a male will not do that. He will allow his kids to observe, to see if they create that bond. Because remember now, when a man is taking care of his kids, the kids still have that bond with their mother, even though that mother might not be around. So for another woman to play that mom role, they have to, have affection for that person. They have to have agape love for that person. So yes, so from a male perspective, it's different when it comes to a female perspective. But me introducing it would takes, like I said, it would takes, like, for me it would takes time before I even said introduce my kids as, oh, this girl is my girlfriend, or I like this girl. I would just stay with this girl as my friend. We just hanging out. The kids have to pretty much play that, to observe, to see if that person, they have that attachment before they would ask that dad, say, Dad, is that your girlfriend? Yeah, something like that. They might ask, out of curiosity. Yeah. So I mean, from a male perspective, it's different, but it all boils down to the kids developing that affection and that likeness for that female that his or her dad brings around. So yeah, so a lot of good points, lady. But let me do a follow-up question here with you guys here. So starting with let's start with Rachel. Rachel, are you there? Can you hear me? Rachel, can you hear me? I don't think Rachel can.
I think she's here. I think she's
Yeah, I
here.
can hear you.
All right,
Sorry.
you are on mute here. So I have a follow-up question here with regards to when you meet a new guy here, he getting the kids' approval. Suppose you meet this guy and the kids, the kids don't, you like this guy, right? But
Hmm.
the kids like, okay, the kids still miss their dad. The kids like, I don't think my mom should did now because some kids they don't accept when a mother bring another man. But you like this guy. You really want to get to know this guy. The guy is treating you good. But you have not bring him home yet. But you mention it to the kids. Oh, I'm seeing this guy here. He's not ready yet. But I just wanted to hear your point of view. And the kids like, no, mom, we don't want no man here because what happens is when you bring him home, he will not be comfortable because the kids will not give him that warm welcome. What do you do? And you like this guy, but the kids does not approve it. What do you do?
So this will be if I do such a thing. Sorry. So if I like a guy and bring in that situation happen, um, it's a good thing. I literally will have a good conversation with them, and I will rush them because I don't want my kids to be sad. So I will rush them. I'm gonna take it slow. If it costs for us to go to therapist, we all will go to therapist because mom need to move on.
Who will go to
And
therapist? Who all?
huh?
Who all? You and the kids?
Yeah, we go to family therapist
Oh,
so
okay.
they can understand. Maybe there's a reason why they don't. Because some kids feel like daddy will come back one day, so
Right.
mom shouldn't go nowhere. Mom shouldn't date nobody else.
Yes.
So who knows? Maybe the dealing was something like that. So I will encourage us to go to a therapist. I will take it slow with them. And if they said no, I won't bother them. I will just let it go easy. And then I will put a pause on my relationship, which means not like a pause, like the person will still be seeing me, but they'll not come around the kid, right? And I will have be having some discussion around, and we'll go to family therapist.
I like that. I like that, Rachel. That's something that if the viewers are watching, you should really learn from what Rachel just said. That is a very key thing because she likes this person, right? She been single for 6 months. Her kids still miss the dad, even though they talk to the dad, but they don't see him. The dad live a different state, but she dating this nice guy that she's like, I want to fall. I'm falling for him, but my kids is not approving me bringing a man to the house. And I love my kids. I'm not gonna choose this man over my kid. But Rachel made a key point. I will go to family therapy because she want her kids to really be comfortable. So she's like, you know what? Let's go to therapy. Hey, kids, mommy can be single for long. Mommy and daddy's not getting back. Guess what? Daddy in a different relationship. I know you miss your daddy. You'll speak to him. You'll talk to him. But guess what? Mommy needs to be happy. You have to be able to communicate with the kid. Communication is the key. Like Rachel said, take them to therapy, family therapy, counseling, and still be seeing this guy, but don't bring him around yet. Maybe orchestrate a dinner where this guy will be at the dinner and you bring the kids to the dinner. Guess what? It's a different environment. It's not at the house. So what the kids gonna do? The kids gonna behave themselves because why? Okay, that mommy took them out to a dinner, but there's a guy there waiting for that mommy. They will not be misbehaved because it's a different environment. You did not take him to the house. So at the dinner now, mommy might make an introduction. This is my friend I was telling you all about. And the way that he will talk to the kids at the dinner, kids now to convince or persuade kids, sometimes, drop some, tips for them, tell them good thing or promise them are you gonna, that birthday coming, oh, you're so excited. So the way you will interact from that interaction at the dinner at a different environment, they must, kind of feel a little bit comfortable, say, okay, mommy gonna take the next step by bringing him at the house. So Rachel, you made a very good point. Who next? Crew Queen? Sarah? Are
Are
you
you
guys?
guys?
I'm
I'm
here.
here.
All right,
All right,
Sarah.
sir.
So a follow up here. The same. I asked the same follow up question.
Mm-hmm.
You've been seeing this guy for 6 months. You like him. You
Mm-hmm.
falling for him. This guy is is a ideal type of guy. He's treating you nice and he respect your rules that you gave him. That the kid's not ready to meet you yet. They're a little bit nervous. They still miss that dad, but our dad is in a different relationship. Me and our dad not getting back together. I like you. The kid does not approve you bringing new men, and you're not gonna choose a man over your kids. You love your kids.
Oh no.
What do
Mm-hmm.
you do right there?
I mean, honestly, like when it comes to kids, they're always going to be selfish in general. Kids are very, very selfish and they're hard to let go, especially if they're used to both parents being in their lives and things like that. So you don't just expect your kids to agree to a life event change like that with their parents splitting up and they're so used to their mom and dad being together.
Right.
What I would do, honestly, when it comes to situations like that, like Richard said earlier, you can't force kids because kids are going to do what they want to do, and kids always show their emotion no matter what. They're going to always probably have a stink attitude when that man comes around, or whichever the case might be, or when you mention his name. So, what do you do? Like, some of us, well, majority of us, like for me, for example, I don't have kids yet, but the way I talk to kids, I don't talk to kids like they're like legitly like baby kids. I don't. I talk to them in a firm way where they will get my points and understand. Kids do understand, whether we believe it or not. But sometimes some parents see their kids as just being a kid, being themselves, and they just miss the mark of kids have their own opinion. Kids have the right to feel the way they want to feel, and kids have the right to say things because they're humans also. That's how you teach them how to express themselves. So when they get older, it'll be a part of them. What I'll do is I will take it slow because maybe for that kid, because majority of the time, if a kid is acting like that, it might be too soon. Honestly, it might just be too early. So I'll take it slow. I won't bring that man around my house. We'll meet somewhere somehow. We'll go on dates. We'll still talk. We'll still keep it casual. We'll still hang out and things like that. But I just would not bring that man around just yet until I gradually get them to understand or gradually bring that main topic up each day by day to get them adjusted. Because kids, you can persuade them into things. You can. That's just the kind of personality that they have. You just have to find a way, some way, somehow, because every kid have their own style, have their own pattern, or have something that you can get them on. I'm not saying bribing or nothing like that, but I'm just saying because majority of the time they're your kids. And sometimes you understand very well where they're coming from, which you have to put yourself in that position of understanding your children, where they're coming from and what's making them feel the way they feel. Because I think a lot of us growing up, our parents missed the mark. Like, when you're expressing yourself, they say you're talking back. When you're angry, they say you have no right to be angry. When you tell them the truth, they say you're being rude. Things like that. So we have to put that into perspective that we live in a Western world and things like that with kids expressing themselves and not wanting your boyfriend to come over or meet him just yet because eventually they're going to surrender to you. They're your kids. They cannot control you, but you can control them.
I like that. I
So,
like that. Wow, you guys are really, really, really making this topic so informative, man. I like that. I like Rachel just said, take the kids to a family therapy. That's another way to
hmm
calm them down, convince them. But this,
yeah.
Sarah just said, keep bringing this guy name up around the dinner table, at home because she likes this guy, but also she respect her kids, advice and perspective and feelings because they still miss their dad. They used to that both parents being together. So now
hmm
they've been separated 6 months. This guy he moved on with a new woman, but guess what? She meet this guy. She wants to bring this guy into her family life. So like she mentioned, keep mentioning his name over and over. Kids are very persuasive. Don't see kids like that. You can easily pretty much persuade them.
hmm
That's why you say
Yeah. And then one thing too I was going to add is, like, for example, like, you can buy something and bring him like, oh, so one is so bought it for you.
Thank
Like,
you.
little by little, kids are very persuasive. This is why one of the number one victim of like sexual assault and things like that is kids. Because if you're doing something to a kid, and then, for example, you say, if you say this, I'm going to kill you, they're going to be scared of you.
Yes.
So kids are very persuasive. So you can do it. Like I said, they're your kids. They cannot control you, but you can control them. But just do it in a communicative way, in a way that you will not ignore their feelings, or in a way that they will express themselves, and see whether you guys can be on the same page some way, somehow.
Wow. Folks, if you are not watching us right now, you are missing out. These ladies are making like vital points. At the end of the day, these segments here, you take away something very educational, informative. Sarah just hit the nail on his head. Keep mentioning the individual name. And sometimes bring them something. Just tell them, say, hey, guess what? The individual bought it. Even if the guy did not buy it, you buy it yourself and put it on the guy. Say, this guy I'm talking to that I want to show you guys, he just bought this for all you guys. Or guess what? Maybe the guy might buy it himself. But even if the guy don't buy it, carry them something. Oh, Peter, I'm talking to Peter like I was telling you guys, but Peter just bought this. Kids are easily convinced, because they are children, their mind are still developing. So that's one of the ways to get this gentleman foot in the door. If the kids does not, they are not comfortable of meeting this guy. And let me weigh in from a man perspective again. I have dated in a relationship where, the girl told me that the kids are not comfortable with another guy in their home, and this girl really liked me. You know what I mean? And but the kids are not comfortable with meeting a new guy. Like what Sarah said. I apply it every time she going home. I gave her something for the kids. I don't know the kid. I haven't met the kids, but I like this girl, and the girl like me. And she wants to take me to her house. She don't want to sneak with me. Though she don't want to do no sneaky thing. That's her home. But guess what? She put her kids before me, and I respect that because that's her children. Her children is attached to her. She carried them for 9 months. So what I did is that what? Every time she go in, hey, give this person they want, give this person they want. I did that for what? 2 months. Guess what? The kids were begging now to see me. The kids were asking to see me. So she's like, "You sure you guys want to see?" Yeah, yeah. The kids were asking not to see me. She was not even backing them. No, they were asking her. Then she's like, "Oh," and she tried to joke with them. Guess what? Me and AJ is not in a relationship. They said, "Oh my God, we can receive our snack and stuff again." Like, oh my
AJ,
so
AJ knows his game.
So it's very good, yeah, when your kid does not approve your relationship, don't yell and scream at them. Don't tell them, say, this is my house. I run the house. No, you don't talk to your children like that. You don't know who, maybe like Crew Queen said, you don't know this guy that I can charm. You don't know whether he's a rapist. You cannot you don't have access to the guy background. Maybe this guy is just playing role just to get you sexually. When he finished getting you, he will still play that role to get you more. And he say, you know what? I'm tired with this lady. She already introduced you to a kid. Yeah. Some guys they like it. You don't even get to. I'm personal. Some women they like it. You don't get a shit about it. So a new relationship to your home. Make sure and your kids they create that kind of social bond, casual bond.
Come here, Myers.
We want to bring Queen on here, but she's a little bit busy with dogs now. So Rachel,
Myers.
Yes, I'm here.
yeah,
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 yeah.
Crew
Crookie will come
later.
later.
Or you want
Do you want
to
to add?
I think everything you guys said is true. And for men too, um, the same thing goes with them because bringing another woman around your children, especially if you get girls' children, it's hard because children they love their father. Girls when they love their father, they feel like the other person gonna take the space. So as you guys said, you don't force it. You gotta first of all, yeah, you gotta take it easy with them, talk to them about it and stuff. But one thing I'll tell you, this is a personal experience, but I'm not gonna explain too much. But I have a stepfather, and as a child, it was hard to share space and trust that person to be part of us. And even though we were kind of managed, but like me and my siblings will go sit and be gossiping, like, oh my God, like we'll be talking about ourselves. We don't know where our life gonna be after that, you know? So you don't know children, people feel like children don't like, oh, they don't matter. But one good thing I would say is my mom always used to ask her, what do you think about this person? Do you think this person like she even used to ask us say whenever I'm not around, do you think this person can be here for a few hours? We'll be like, yeah. And we will also be looking for red flags for her and stuff like that. So it's always good that you don't force it. It gotta take time. And if the kids don't want to do it, take them to therapists. Because sometimes the kids can be fighting battle into themselves. They're already wondering why you and our daddy can't make it. Like it's just a question. I don't care how you explain to them. They'll say, but mom, you can forgive dad can forgive mom. But they forget to know that you guys not together. And that kid is grieving in there. They're hiding it. They're living with you. They're okay because you're taking care of them. Then bringing another person is just too much. So you guys are right.
Wow. Like I say, all your ladies on point. The topic is so interesting. I wish a lot of people tune in here to really, really listen to participate here. But we'd like to welcome those that the few folks that are watching us here. Nazu, my homegirl, congratulations on the baby. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Those that are also watching, thank you very much here. We're going to wrap up the first topic here before we go to the second one. The second one is very, very sensitive and important as well here. So don't forget the first topic here. We'll be concluding on the first topic in a little bit here. Is it okay to get your kids approval or advices before entering into a new relationship? And how long will you take to introduce this person to your partner here? So we'll be wrapping things up here. So I think Eleanor will come back. Sarah will come back. Sarah's busy cooking here. But Liz Queen here. Liz Queen, what's up? Are you ready for us?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna wrap up here on the first topic. Then we're gonna get into the second one here. So for your
Okay.
yeah, your concluding statement here for the first discussion here, you these girls gave some ways, and I'm gonna ask you the same question. What will you do if you've been talking to this individual 9 months?
Just Maya, can you stop? You're so
No, no, we understand, girls. You guys taking time to be on the show. I really appreciate that. So, people are so busy doing a lot of stuff in at home. So, what will you do? You've been talking to this guy for 10 months, right? The up on that whole 10 months, you are not getting the kid's approval. You are very skeptical. Say, you know what? I approve this guy yet. But it's still kind of this that and that has long term, and I'm happy with this guy. So what are you gonna do apart from what these two girls said? Yeah, canceling and putting the guy name up all the time or the guy buying. What other stuff are you going to do to make this guy comfortable or make the kids comfortable or receiving or accepting or meeting this person?
to make my kids comfortable and make the person comfortable, to be honest.
Yeah.
I will go with the two girls then. But one thing that they said, number one, kids are easy to convince, but they got certain kids when they make up their mind, they make up their mind. Certain kids when they just don't like you, it's like me when I don't like you, no matter what you do, I don't like you. So, and me, I have a daughter like that. When my daughter don't like you, she don't like you, no matter what. So stuff like that, when a person do good thing for you, it make you happy. When they ask you, mom, what you happy, tell them who make you happy. Can you fix this? Always let them know the good of the person. But when I some children, when you keep telling them about the person, and they keep saying, "Mommy, can you please drop the name? Can you please drop the name?" To be honest, when it comes to kids, for me right now, for me, lazy, I will put it because people say Rachel said therapy. Let me put it in the typical African way because with the African people, it's hard for us to go to therapy. It's hard for us to get somebody for us to go and talk to our parent with. Children, for me, I have like every Sunday I sit with my kids. I have conversation with them. What needs to change in the house? What we need to improve? All those stuff. Then every Sunday I have that conversation with my children. So we always have to build that kind of connection. I feel like it's important to talk to your kids about it, but when your kids don't agree, it's hard because I don't like to get people involved in my situation. But I'm gonna ask God, and I'm also gonna I already talk to my kids and see if I can tell them when they can just see that person for the second time, and or you can ask them what about the person they don't like. Don't just persuade them. Maybe something about that person they don't like. They say, I mean, oh no, don't bring that person around. You don't ask them. You say, oh, because my kids don't like them, so I will not bring around my kids. Ask that child,
But
what
they
about
haven't,
the
but they
what
haven't met
about
the person yet. You just been talking about the person. They haven't met
yeah,
it.
you've been talking about the person, right?
Yeah,
But sometimes, you mean when you bring the person around and they reject the person,
yeah,
you have conversation with them.
I like that.
Or you ask them, when I'm not with your dad because you're dying, I will make up our mind not to come back together.
Right.
What else you want from a man perspective? Because mommy cannot stay single. Mommy have a needs. Mommy needs somebody to be with.
Thank you.
What you want for mommy to do? What kind of man you want for mommy to bring to you? Have that conversation with them. Or when there's somebody that they can listen to in your family, ask that person to talk to them, or ask them if they can meet that person to see that person and just have conversation with that person. Maybe their mind will change. As you said, maybe when they see the person, the very first time the person will get some kind of strawberry cake in front of them and say, oh, that strawberry cake here, or the person will have a little bit of gift, and you tell that person, say, look, I'm bringing my child, but my child like this. Buy that thing because you already know you love the person and you know the person is a good person. But because your children feel like they want for their dad and you to be together and nobody else, so they will do everything possible for you to not be together. So I think conversation is important to have with your children, all those stuff them. So be honest, I never been in that before. My second relationship, as you already know, AJ, like, yeah, I stay in. So I have no idea. I still been in my second relationship and are there.
And I'm
So
proud
I
of
don't know.
I'm proud of you. So the ladies are making key points, folks. So those that just joining us here, very, very important discussion. Liz just said that conversation, communicate with your kids because even if your kids met the individual but rejected, rejected him, that doesn't mean that they can accept him again. Set them down. Why you think that he's not right for me? Listen to your kids because kids observe things. What the kids are seeing on this guy or observing, you might not notice that because while you desperately want to be with him, especially if he feeling registering, you know what I mean? And you think that during the registration process, you addicted to it, you want to come back to, you want to keep that registration going, and the kids notice something, and you think that, okay, oh, because, my kid noticed something, my kids are, overthinking. No, have conversation with them. Because remember now, you might leave your kids with this guy at home. How are you going to treat the kids? The kids used to that dad and that new man coming into that life. So they want to build that relationship. They want to feel comfortable. They might not call him dad, they might call him by his name, but they want to feel comfortable. So conversation. So Liz is right. Conversation. Talk to them, get a point of view, study the man more, and be like, and the kids might be at ease. Kids are easy to convince. They might be at ease. How this man react and treat them, how he talk to them, how he treats you in front of them. They're gonna be like, you know what? Even though he's not our dad, but our mom is happy and we happy. And kids always love for their parents to be either both parents to be happy. If their mom happy, they'll be happy with the guy. Most of the time. If their dad happy with that person, they will like that person. But if you treat the parents, you yell, scream, humiliate them in front of the kids will start creating animosity against you, for you. But hey, Liz, thank you, sis. Um, Rachel, before we move to the next topic, you got anything?
Yes. So when I talk about the therapist,
Yeah.
I was actually trying to emphasize on um the fact that the kids or the child or the teenager lost one of their parents. It is hard to be in. That's why in this, like, if you really if you look at the statistic, most of the children that misbehave or had depression comes from their family breaking apart. They're already dealing with that in itself. Does daddy hate us? Does mommy hate us? Why they left? Why I see something beautiful and now they're out of my life? Now I gotta learn to be myself. So if you go to therapist, not to accept the new man, but to just allow them to understand this is life. Sometimes things don't work out because I don't care. You explain to the kids sometimes they still will be thinking like you can forgive that dad or that mom. You can explain in details like to you can say your father cheat on me, but you cannot like someone else will still be honest. What you mean cheat? Like, can you just forgive and just something? So the therapist will help them to work on such a thing to understand that it don't work out with the mom and dad, but they both can still be happy and stuff. So that's what the family therapist is there for, to encourage the kid to learn to share space, to learn to forgive the other parents and be able to move on. The other parent not leaving them, they will still be there. And make them understand that this is life. So it's not just to accept a new man or to say, okay, you agree with this man, but for the child to understand that our other parent left, they have to still allow our other parents to move on. It's a healing process. That's why it's a family therapist. Everybody got something to work on and move on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you very much. We will be moving on here to the next topic. Here is 10:13. We got 1 more hour for the next topic. I enjoying the conversation. I can stay on the discussion for the next 2 hours, but we kind of let's stay on course right now. Let's stay on schedule here. So let me go ahead here and remove this other topic and copy and paste the second discussion here. All right, and all right, so this is the second discussion here on your screen. What are some signs and early warnings slash red flags your relationship slash marriage is failing, and how to save it? How to save it? How do you save it? What are some of the early signs and warnings that, oh, this relationship is failing, this marriage is failing? But even though it's failing, can it be saved? Yes, it can be saved. How do you save it? So it's two questions in one. All right, two questions in one here. So ladies, I usually come in last, so I will let you come in first. Then if we don't have any participant from the, I will come. So let's start with Rachel.
Okay, so some early sign would be
Uh-huh.
the person withdrawing. Withdrawal is one of the things that I tell people, as long as you see a person withdrawing, it's a big.
What do you mean withdraw?
Okay, so when a person withdraw, in a sense that you guys always having fun in the kitchen, and then you cooking this time around, the person don't want to come in the kitchen already. They like withdraw, or the person probably stay on a phone for so long instead of before you guys will talk, but now the person just on a phone. That's withdrawal. Like those things, like the person trying to like beat herself a little bit, like little distant, not physically distant, but you can feel it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But one will be withdrawal, and another one will be if the person don't want to communicate anymore. Like take for example, you and the person, when problem comes, you'll talk about it, you'll move on. Like my relationship, personally, I we talk a lot, we communicate. We have every Sunday, we have a not every Sunday, every I think first Sunday we haven't had one yet, but we have a family meeting where we sit down, we talk about what he had done that I don't like this week and blah blah blah, and like what he's doing, what he's supposed to do, what can I do to fix it and stuff like that. So if that time come where he don't want to come to those meeting anymore, that family meeting, that means that it's going to the hill, it's going down. Like you don't want to talk anymore. And then sometimes you're talking to the person not even interacting with you. The person just sitting there. Yeah, anything you say, yes, okay. That is some of the sign too.
You're right.
You're right.
That
That
distance,
distance,
that
that
ignore.
ignore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
is my
is my
voice
voice
echoing?
echoing?
Not
Okay,
really.
hearing myself.
Very much.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Yes.
it was
What's
going.
going
I'm,
on?
I'm
I'm
screaming
screaming
from
from
Instagram
Instagram out. out.
uh,
So,
see. All right.
all
So
right. So,
let me
let me
No, no, come back. Oh no! Come back.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It keep
They keep
messing up.
messing
Like
up
me,
like me.
it kicked
It
me
kicked me
out
out
first.
What I
first.
would
What
do,
I would do,
I would
I
remove
would remove
everybody
everybody.
and you'll come
They'll
back.
come back.
Everybody voice,
Everybody voice.
you'll come
They'll
right.
come back.
All right.
All right.
Let's see here. I think you guys can hear me now. So I remove everybody from the screen here. We back. So our second topic here, our panel is gonna come back here. What are some of the signs and early warnings your relationship is feeling? What are some of the red flags that relationship is feeling and how you save it? All right. So we're gonna hear from Crew Queen here. After Crew Queen, then from there we're gonna you guys gonna hear from me here. But this is a very important topic too here. So we bring the ladies back. We are bringing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So now my voice is not echoing. Your voice is not echoing.
No.
Yeah. So Liz Queen will be coming back here. So we're gonna hear from her. I want to dive into it myself. It's a very important topic because I experienced that too. You know, me and my wife were separated for 1 year, and I experienced, when the relationship was feeling away, but I decided to, okay, to take a little, we took a little distance, which is separation. But I love my wife. We've been together all that time. I say we have to fix this, and there's way to save your marriage. There's ways to save your relationship. You know what I mean? When it's falling apart, and so I'm gonna generalize first. I'm gonna generalize on this one here, and so some some of the signs that people see, lack of choice, not choice, but trust, trust, trust,
You
lack of
got you.
trust. I don't know why that word keep messing with me tonight. Let me drink my Red Bull. A lack of trust, trust, not choice, but trust. Lack of
Yes.
yeah.
Trust.
Poor communication. Poor communication is one of the reasons, you can notice that when Rachel mentioned it, when both partners are not, talking, they live in the house just like a roommate. When a couple live in the house just like roommate, at certain time, me and my wife were living like roommate. We're not communicating. We're only communicating when it comes to the kids. She never trusted me, so she just decided to just be in her own corner. She was not expressing her feelings. So, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And we want to communicate when the kids come to us together, or when we go for our Sundays, our nightly prayer, because we pray every night. That the only communication is just a general communication, but personal communication, because we have two living rooms in the house, right? So she will be in the big living room, I'll be in the kids' living room. Or when I go sit with her in the big living room, then she will switch. She will go in another living room. I say, oh, yeah. So uh, one of the reasons again is I'm not using me as a personal reference. I generalizing, but as I generalize, sometimes I switch it to myself. So one of the reasons is again you can see that the relationship is falling apart. A control. A one partner, like mostly the man, is controlling. And the woman don't want to be controlled, Some women don't want to be controlled. Just because you're a man, that doesn't mean you control your partner. No. Relationship is a team work. It's a team effort. You have to put in that effort together. Relationship is not bread and butter. No, it's teamwork. Because the way you went through the ups and downs to get that woman attention, it's the same way you should go through the ups and downs to keep that relationship stabilized and moving. Relationship is like you driving a car, right? Sometimes you can see the car have different lights. The engine light will come on. What do you do, Massa? And you fix the engine light when you get money, and you work hard to fix the engine light because you don't want your car to break down, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the ABS light will come on or the transmission light comes on, and you start worrying when the transmission light comes on because you love your car. If you don't love your car, when that transmission light comes on, what do you do with the transmission light? You say, I don't care, let the car break down. I will buy a new car because you don't like your partner right now. So you're trying to get rid of your partner. But when you love that car, which is you love your partner, when that transmission light comes on, what do you do, Massa? You work double to save money and build and fix that transmission light, right?
Correct. Yep.
What you want to be driving your car and relax. Your car is clean, no engine light, no mechanical function. You love that car. Everybody love to drive brand new car or car does not have too much mild function lights on. That's how you compare relationship. So you do everything to make sure that car is safe for driving on the freeway and traveling on the stand. That's it. You want to make sure that a relationship, if you love that person, you do everything, you go beyond the extra mile, because you don't want it to fall apart. If it falls apart, then which means that you're both feel each other because it's a teamwork. It's just like y'all go play game and everybody pointing finger. Oh, my man, are you let it score? Are you let it score? No, don't say that the goalkeeper or that number 10 or that the other player. Yes, the ball came to him. He might have passed it to the opponent, but it's a teamwork. You still have to struggle to get the ball and go score. All right. So also, they respect. When they respect in a relationship, you can know that it's falling apart. When the man is they respecting his wife, when she talk anything, he say, "I beg you, yeah." You know what I mean? That does not make sense. She's not giving him that respect. Relationship, it go both ways. And when a man is not respected in the house, they don't feel value. Men feel love and value when their wife respect them. A man will feel love and value when his wife respect him. Alone that wife don't respect him, humiliate him among people, he does not feel love. He does not feel value. He said, but you know what? The sex is not going to keep me here. I can get it as well. Then he start contemplating, he start formulating way to exit. But guess what? Instead of him formulating that way, he needs to set his wife down or seek professional counseling. Like Richard mentioned, counseling is always important. And when you go seek professional counseling, you as African, we are African people, don't go to your mom or pa. Because you go to your mom and pa, guess what happened? Your mom will buy you. You go to your pa will buy his daughter. Don't go to family member. Go to an expert or professional or independent people that you don't know. You pay your money, you go there. They will be objective. They will be in the middle because they don't know you, Massa. They don't know me. We both go as couple. They don't know us, right? So they're not going to sugarcoat. No. They'll not say I pass on Massa side because I'm related to Massa or I pass on AJ side. No. They will be independent. They will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. But if you go to your family, guess what? Me and my wife go to her family. You think which side our family are going to pass on? It will be her side. It will be always my fault. We go to my mom. I'm a mommy's boy. Mommy's not going to pass on her side. No. Mommy's going to say, you know what? I will pass on my son's side. So go to seek a professional, independent counselor. It will pretty much help. And I will pause for now. Maybe Richard want to come in. Go ahead, Richard.
So if you see your partner, if you realize that your relationship is going to the left, one good thing that will help to keep it or to bring it back to life would be finding time with your partner. So if you're working too much, if you're not the person that withdrawing or you're not the person that disrespecting, you gotta take time with them and communicate with them. You gotta literally ask them why are they behaving this way. Bring it to them. Sometimes too, your partner may be going on the left because they might probably don't feel that you're not giving it time, or they might feel like they don't feel important to you. And people feel like going on a date with a woman means you taking her to an expensive restaurant. Take a walk with her. Tell her, let's go to the gym today. Let's go for a walk. Let's go have breakfast together. We're gonna just leave the house. You take her to a place or take him to a place. Not only the woman and the man now, because sometimes a man withdrawing, he's not coming home. Spend time with him and talk to him. And I will say something. I went to a therapist before, and it really, really helped my relationship because there are some things we both couldn't tell each other. We were able to talk in front of the therapist. And it's so good because when you're in front of a therapist, it's like you're so vulnerable. You just putting everything out. You don't even scared to think like, oh, maybe when I say, his toes is not he not standing going his toes in your feet back. But when you're talking to the therapist, you don't even feel that anybody around you, just talking, just
Right.
talking. And it help you put all those things out. And the next person that around you, which your spouse, will be able to see and say, wow, all these things in her, she been keeping it in her. I didn't know this was hurting her. And now you guys gonna work on how that person who doing it can fix it. So it's good. Taking a walk would be good. Going to a therapist would be good. And also, taking time for in the house. Sometimes the house is so much. You come, you do the same thing. You come, you take your clothes, you take a shower, you go in the room. You come, you take your clothes, go to take your kids. That same routine. Look for something while you guys not doing that routine anymore. Maybe it's something, maybe if it costs for you guys to change your job schedule. Change your job schedule so you can have more time with each other. If the woman have a kid, maybe she feel like she's the one that want to take care of a kid, you're not there. Take time and sometimes tell her, go sit down, go fix your nails, go do what you want. I will help you take care of the kid. So she can maybe sometimes the person burn out and they feel like you're not realizing the burnout. And some people cannot express themselves. They express it in a like coping mechanism. They do it in a way like they shut down, they withdraw, or they probably will just become aggressive. They just block themselves. And you just said it there like, I don't know why she's just like this. She's just angry. When I come around, she's mad. But because she's burned out with the whole family cooking, standing on her feet cooking for hours, taking care of the kid, and you just go to work, come home and sit down and sleep or go watch TV, talking to your friend on the phone, or it can either be the other way. So it's always good to take some of the load off your spouse. Take it off. Like either take care of the kid to them, tell them to sleep, or go to the tell them do whatever to that would just be a home dad. Do those things that cause you to take a PTO too. PTO, take a PTO from job and just stay home and be with them and spend time with them. Or let her go to her mom place. Say, oh, if her mom live in the US, I want to take a vacation, I will take care of the kid. Do those things. Or the woman second do the same thing, like, oh baby, I know you've been working a lot too. You've been taking care of the family, but since this, I want you to sit down. Let me just massage your feet. Let me say massage your feet, or do this. I want us to go to the movie together. Let the kid be somewhere. But you guys have to look for time for each other, seek professional help, and also communicate. You know that you're not the person that's doing it wrong, that the other person is mad with you. You don't want to be in a position to be able to find out why a friend is always upset or always, not interested anymore.
Wow. Key points, key points. There are some of the folks here were asking for the link. LRB Sister TV asking for the link. Malcolm are asking for the link. So I'm going to send the link to them as we pretty much dive into continue our discussion on the second topic here. What are some signs and early warnings with red flags your relationship and marriage is failing here? We are on point here. We are on point. Very good input here. Very good discussion here with me and Rachel. And let me see here if I can send the link here. I just saw the comments here. Sometimes I got to be multitasking here. But let me go ahead and send the link to LRB Sister. If she's still on here, if she's still watching, then she will come on here. If Malcolm is still following us, because it was around, let's see here, it was around 10 something when they made a comment here. So Rachel, can you see the comments when the viewers make comments? Can you see it from your end, Rachel?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah. So if sometimes if I don't respond to that comment, just let me know here is where I can always put the link here, and I'm going to put the link for her. I think she wanted to come on here, but she made a comment here. Oh, okay. They say failed to post on Facebook. Yeah, what it said? You are Facebook temporarily restricted me from sharing link until January 28th. Yep. I don't know why they maybe somebody flagged me.
But can they go into are there a panelists that they can go in the group chat and just click on the link?
No, they are not panelists. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they won't have.
All right, tell them to inbox you, and then you will send it to them in the inbox.
Yeah. That's what I would do. Facebook temporarily suspend me here, so they can. Yeah, Facebook temporarily suspend me from sharing here. So which is bad. I don't know why they did that. I think
Guys, just send a head into current situation inbox or AJ inbox, and then he'll send the link.
Sister TV, LRB Sister TV. Yeah. And Malcolm here, I will send you the link here too. So yeah, folks, very good discussion here with on the show today, and the other panelists then either at work or busy doing stuff here. So Malcolm, I just sent Malcolm the link, and let me try to send LRB Sister TV the link here. Share our
Come,
friends on Facebook. So
come on, Michael.
I have the link here. So Michael will be joining here pretty soon. He's still watching us here. So let me send LRB Sister the link. So I just sent you the link here to the LRB Sister page. I just sent her the link. So let's move forward. Yeah, let's move on here. So going down here, we are talking about what are some of the red flags that a relationship or marriage is feeling. All right, so let's move on here to some of the red flag here. So some of the red flags that we see here that relationships feel is a no communication. We spoke about that. You're fighting all the time. You're arguing. 24/7. You're arguing. You're fighting. Nothing good can come from you guys. The both partner just fighting. You know that the relationship is going sideways. You're even fighting in front of the kids. And you disregard your partner feelings. You don't have empathy. You don't express sympathy, or you are not remorseful when your partner is hurt. You like whatever. You mock him, you mock her. You don't display no sense of empathy. And the relationship is abusive, verbal abusive or emotional abusive. You don't have to be physical abusive. No, you don't have to. You don't have to be physical abusive. The relationship is boring. You guys don't spice it up when it comes to intimacy. You guys are not having sex on your scheduled time, or you are not being romantic to your spouse, or your spouse is not being romantic. Like Rachel mentioned, you'll go somewhere, you'll go for dinner, or something that will pretty much release the stress. You'll go to the gym, you'll go for a walk, because it's a relationship, it's a teamwork. You can just have sex with the woman, or you'll have sex and you're just you're in a relationship. No, it's activity have to be actively involved. Activity have to be like active. It have to be active involvement. Whether you got kids or you got family, you got school, you got load, you still have to make time for each other, because that's what builds the relationship. Lack of support, the relationship can feel away too when lack of support. When the man is not supporting the woman is working 24 hours and he's there just doing his own thing. Or the man is working 24 hours and she's there just she in the club 24/7, eating his money and stuff, and not being the woman he wants her to be. Lack of support. If the woman is having a business coming up, support. Whether it's not your passion, it's her passion. Because why? When the business is successful, it's not only for her, it's for both of y'all. So you got to support each other. You have to sacrifice. Support and sacrifice is always good. Encouragement, all right? And sometimes the man is not getting enough sex. Sometimes the man say, what, I'm not getting no intimacy for my wife. You know what I mean? What is she not getting intimate? Why you not getting intimacy for her? I said, baby, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Try to communicate with her. Why you not, why we not making love? You know what I mean? In some relationship, like my relationship, sex plays a very important role. It's a ionic, it's a magnet, ionic bond. It's going. With all the other stuff, it still have to keep it going. Sometimes the woman come home, she tired, she worked 16 hours. You know what? You rub her feet. You when she come home, she don't have to yell at the kids. All the kids, and she already homework done. They in bed. She's not in the house. So she's at work. If you're not at work, you play the role of the home. The woman can play a dual role. She goes to work 16 hours, 8 hours, then she can't play the housewife. No. African mentality now, the woman should play, whether she's working or not, she should still play the housewife. No. When she's at work, you, the man, play the housewife. Do the dirty dishes, cook, wash the clothes, help the children with their homework. Have your evening work, so you need to have, and let them go to bed. So when she comes home, the whole house is quiet. She feel happy. She said, yes, I work 16 hours or 12 hours, but guess what? The house is clean. My husband is here playing a role. It's a teamwork. You have to be very very versatile. You have to multitask, and it's interchangeable. So when one person is not playing the other role, the other person can play that role. That role should not only be playing bad, where the man take control. No, the woman can also take control in the bed too. The man can be tired and be like, baby, this is your night. You take control. She can take control. You know what I mean? Who told you that female don't take control? That just most men let to be control when they get in bed. No, sometimes you get relaxed, let the woman do you. Let the woman do what she have to do. You know what I mean? That's her man. She let her fulfill her fantasy. You see what the man wants to fulfill his fantasy. Let the woman fulfill her fantasy too. Richard, what you Richard, am I lying?
No, one good thing I help in that aspect would be role playing.
Yeah,
You and your spouse, you do role playing. So the man's the policeman, and he arrests you and stuff like that.
yeah, role playing. When it
I
comes,
mean, role playing in the bed now.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean.
yeah. Role playing when it comes to intimacy, it's always good too. So yeah, so but folks, we got 20 more minutes here, but this is the important part here. The question is, can a failed relationship work again? The answer is yes. A failed relationship can work. And one of the reasons a failed relationship can work again is you guys should find the reason that relationship became or when or it start to fail. Find a reason. When you find a reason, you address the issue. You address the issue, then you'll fix it, you'll work towards it. Because if you don't find the reason, the root cause of the issue, how it's going to be a fix. Sometimes you don't need to go to therapy. Find a reason. If the reason is okay, we're not spending time together. All right, we have to spend time together. Maybe it's a relationship, it's a teamwork. We have to spend time together. Yeah, we both busy, but even if we can spend 2 hours just both of us once a week because of our hectic schedule, we have to. Guess what? It will work. All right. Your both should be willing to address the past. Oh, this is why it's not working. Do we love each other? Yes. So do we want for it to work? Yes. If the only way it will not work until you both decide, say, oh, we don't love each other. There's no intimate feeling no more. We want both to go our way. Then maybe you can have a mutual agreement that okay, if you have children, you can be a co-parent. Because sometimes the relationship is not there, the feelings are not there, the love is not there. It changed into what you call co-parenting. And when co-parenting happens, it should be peaceful. It should not be you hate each other. I hate to see a couple co-parenting and they hate each other. I hate that. Who told you that you can love each other agape like and still co-parent? You can even visit your ex with her husband home, and your ex and your husband can visit you home and pick up the kid. It's co-parenting. You ain't got no feeling for each other again. So I don't know why the jealousy should come about. No, I don't know why. If my ex or one of my children mother want to come to my home where me and my wife is, bring her daughter in the house and sit down a little bit, and I serve her food. I don't think my wife should have a problem with that. Because why? We are co-parent. We have become family in a broader way. I will pause and you opine.
What you just said, it make a lot of sense. To
Yeah,
get your relationship back again,
go
you
ahead.
literally
Let me grab my Red Bull.
okay,
Yeah.
folks, you literally need to set short-term goal, especially when the relationship already broke or whatever it is. To get a new to fix it, you have to set short-term goals first before you go to a long-term goal. You gotta start small. Either or before you go out, you gotta give me kisses, and when you come back, give me kiss on my forehead or give me kiss when we go. Those little goals, you gotta set it. Like, oh, okay, you know what? Every time, maybe when you go to work on your lunch break, I want you to call me for us to talk for at least 30 minutes. While eating, I want to see you, or okay, I want you to send me those little, like, send me picture every day of you. Even though you're in the same house, but those little things, like, okay, I want us every week. I want us to go out to eat maybe one time a day, and I want me and you to go out to eat. Or those little things you set it up. If you do that, then in the long run you can set the long term goals. Like, okay, every Sunday, you and I will go for a walk and we'll talk. Those little things, you gotta set those short terms goal first. And then before you start making a bigger goal, it will really help you with getting a relationship back or making it go normal.
I'm back. Yeah, so folks, yeah, what a great discussion. A failed relationship can always work again. Don't think because it's failing or it has failed and you guys give up on each other. Especially if you love that person. That's what I'm saying. It all boils down to, do you love your partner? Yes. So the relationship is failing, yes. You can still be in love and relationship is failed, yeah. But how can you guys rejuvenate that relationship? How can you resuscitate that relationship? How can our relationship be renewed? You can do that. Like Rachel said, set short-term goals. When the short-term goals are accomplished, it leads to long-term goals. Just like in life, to be successful in life, you got to be disciplined. You got to set goals that in short term. So here is the catch: if you can accomplish a short-term goal within 3 months or so now within a month, the long-term goal will be easily accomplished. But if you
Mhm.
struggle to complete to achieve your short-term goal, the long-term goal will be based on procrastination. It will be hard.
Mhm.
Well, you see, in life, some people get rich very quick because those are people who are well disciplined. They set their goals and they accomplish it and they stick to it. They stick to their
Mhm.
goals like a postage stamp until they reach that destination. Some people procrastinate like people like us. We procrastinate, but at the end of the day, we still complete our goals. Sometimes it can be hard, but we procrastinate a lot. Because in procrastination, you get a lot of distraction. You know what I mean? And so now
Mhm.
you feel beat up, stress out, and you give up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Some people just completely give up in life and say, you know what, I can't do that. You can tell yourself you can. Say, I'm going to do that by all means necessary. You have to pat yourself on the back. You have to wake up, dust your feet, because giving up should not be an option. The reason it should not be an option is we have only one life to live.
Mhm.
When we are dead, we're not coming back. So the
No.
only time you give up until God take you, until you like pass out, you dead. That's that you're giving up. Should be your giving up. But nothing else should be giving up. As the time tick tick and click, you should keep moving. When you stumble, you wake up and keep going. The only time you stop until your breath of life stops. But don't never stop. You think because let's just make example to our show, the current situation network. All right. The network been around for 4 years now, going to 4 years. The show fluctuates. You think because if we have 3 people watching, or they will say, okay, we're gonna give up? No. Even when 0 people watching, we can't give up. The schedule of the show got to keep going. We just have to put in more spice and more mechanism to bring more audience. Sometimes audience just decided, okay, we switched on a different network. There are different podcasts and platforms on social media. So people are glued to the podcast based on what is being disseminated. Some people are glued to a gossip podcast because why they like to get involved into people's personal business. Some people are glued to fighting podcast because they like G's. Some people are glued to political podcast because they want to be, politically inclined. Some people are glued to social podcast because they just want to be socially informed. So that's how life is based on. That's how relationship is based on. So you cannot give up if you love to do something. If you are passionate about something, you should stick to it by all means necessary. You know what I mean? Success do not come easy. No. Success only come to people who make it happen. Yeah. Success don't just come easy. No. Even those that were born with silver spoon in their mouth, how you think that ancestry or ancestor then became rich and famous? Their forefathers then, their parents then. No, they didn't born. Those people then, they were not born maybe with silver spoon. They built that work and they become a generational wealth. When you create a generational wealth, When you dead and gone long time, that will keep accumulating. Then the next generation might be born with silver spoon in their mouth, and people might think, oh, you born with silver spoon, but guess what? His ancestors, his forefather were not born with silver spoon. They create that generational wealth for it to last forever and for it to last for upcoming and future generation. What say you? Are you done talking, Masa? You don't listen to me
I
now?
enjoy you though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
So
make a great point.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's it, folks. You know, we did not have much participation tonight, but it's okay. Like one of our viewers said, or one of our parents said, we need to try to get our poster up at least 3 to 4 days, to keep reminding our audience that we're coming on Wednesday. The ladies' night is speaking up. It's a very interesting topic here. Some people, called me over the weekend and say you guys are doing a phenomenal job. It is not live streaming from my personal page, and I think the reason why I don't know live stream my personal page is a lot of people follow me on my personal page. Don't get me wrong. We'll have a lot of people tune in, but I want to make sure the current situation media page become internationally known, is authentic. Yeah, my personal page is already out there. People follow me heavily. When we simultaneously scream from our page, sometimes we do, but right now we just want to promote the current situation media page here, because this page been around almost a year, so we want to get it. We want to grow this page here. So yeah, so that's why we try to refer people, come on this page here. The page will grow. Sometimes we have a low ratings. That's fine. At the end of the night, people will sometimes come and watch the segment. It's not all about how many people are watching, but it's the message that is being disseminated, the message that is being put out there for the general public, because it's for entertainment, educational, learning purposes, and more interactiveness. So yeah, so thank you very much here, Masa. We really appreciate your constant and your commitment to the show. I appreciate you and those other panelists. We also appreciate our consistent audience, our viewers that come in to participate. Sorry that we did not give you guys the link. I just seen your comments, and I'll be and mark on here. Next time, what we're going to do, we'll leave the link on the screen. Yeah. But any closing statement for tonight, Masa?
So thanks God. Thank you guys for watching. We all learned something tonight. So every Wednesday we have this show, and it is, as AJ said, it is very educational. So if you come here, you're gonna hear positive things. You're gonna also hear things about how to help you personally, your relationship. And there's some question might be on your mind about some topics, and we will bring it up and we can answer those questions through explaining or talking about the topic. So I really enjoy being on here, and you guys have a wonderful night.
All right. Thank you, Masa. Extend our salutation to your family, your husband. We will see you in Bismarck, North Dakota in September. Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, I think that was well said here. We appreciate everyone that tuned in here, that follow us and participated. Ladies Night Hard relationship topic. We here every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11. We try to start at 9 p.m. because that way everybody home, they relax, they ready to gear up here, ready to be active participant. If we start at 6 or 7, it will be too early for people, because people are still coming from work, picking the kids from activities and stuff. So yeah, so we will see you again next week Wednesday. We are on 9 p.m. on Current Situation Media page here. Yeah. So we go ahead, share this page, share, like, follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/ at Current Situation Media. We are also on Instagram here. And to our Instagram followers here, we say thank you very much for joining us here. We appreciate your time and efforts you put in to follow the show here on Instagram here. And you can also make comments here. And thank you very much, guys. those that are on the Instagram page, thanks for following. We appreciate that. All right, so folks, there's a lot of stuff happening in Des Moines this weekend here, and the African Cultural Center will be open this weekend, Friday and Saturday. So join us. Reach out to DJ Apple. He will be live on Saturday, and doing his thing. But we're also open on Friday. Yeah, you can also rent the hall for your upcoming baby shower, weddings, birthdays, private events. Yeah, and next week we also going to be having Evelyn, aka Iowa Rihanna birthday party here. We'll be there live streaming. Then on the 16th, there's a Valentine. On the 17th, Dream Love and Daddy Ball will be having a huge, big events. We'll talk more about that here tomorrow. Tomorrow will be live with Africans in Iowa for Empowerment. Folks gonna come on tomorrow, and we are going to opine and talk about upcoming initiative and talk about upcoming initiative as well, and upcoming computer training. And I'm one of the instructors for that computer training. So we will pretty much inform you. Will be very informative tomorrow. Yeah, but tomorrow the program starts at 9 p.m. Speaking with the chairman of IFE, Mercy Isa, and two other students. And so they will be telling you guys about the upcoming computer literacy class. Will be taking effect on February 6th. Yeah, so there's a lot of good things coming. But folks, thank you very much. We appreciate your effort. We appreciate your time here. Always tune in to us here every Wednesday. Almost every day we come on the show here to talk about a lot of good things here. Okay, not only Wednesday. Wednesday is ladies' night, but we try to come on throughout the week. From Monday to Friday. Sometimes Friday or Saturday we go to events and we live stream from there. And like last week we were at Clarence Baby Shower, Clarence and Marisa Baby Shower live streaming for 1 hour. That was a very successful baby shower, and we had a great time. All right, folks. Well, thank you for tuning in here. We appreciate that. Here right now is we've been on live for 1 hour 52 minutes, so we got at least 6 more minutes because we want to make sure that we complete our 2 hours. So while we are waiting here for the 6 more minutes here, let me go ahead and there's some events happening this week here. Let me post the flyer here. Let me post the flyer here so that way you guys can see this flyer. But folks, yeah, it was a nice discussion. Big shout out to all our listeners, our viewers, and we appreciate your time. And we appreciate your time. We are very glad that all right, so let's see here. Let's do this overlay here. I'm just going to go ahead and add this show you guys this flyer for this weekend. This weekend we will be live. I say we'll be live at African Cultural Center. But I want to, but we still got 5 more minutes here before we end this segment. So I just want to show you guys some other promotions that okay. So DJ Apple. So I can get that flyer up there. What a bummer. Let me try another way here. So folks, hope your 2024 is going good with you and your family. Wow, I still can get it up. Wow. What is going on here? I try to add this. Let me try this other flyer here. Let me try DJ Dadivo and Dream Love flyer. Let me put it up here. All right, let's see here. Okay. So this one was able to upload successfully. I think because So this one was able to upload successfully, but it's still not showing. So let's move on here to another space here. So we're gonna move on to another space. Let's see. All right. So yeah, so I wanted to talk about this flyer. So this show here is just a quick publicity here. Is DJ Daddy Dream Love, Dream Multimedia Empire presents Nollywood Valentine Day Party. Pokoli will be performing live on February 17th. This is happening at the African Culture Center. So Pokoli perform live here at the African Culture Center on September 17th. So make sure that you get your tickets. Make sure you contact TJ Dalibor or Dream Love here. So it's going to be a big event. It's going to be a major event. Yeah, Pokoli perform live. So make sure you be there. Yeah, it's going to be packed. So this is will happen at the African Culture Center. So you just want to make sure that you come through here and just want to throw some highlights on that event. Yep, that event will be grand. It will be great, and come and show support. Come and show support. That event will be grand. So it's at African Culture Center and in Des Moines, Iowa here, and Nollywood Star Valentine Day Party, Poco Lee, February 17th. Make sure that you stop by here. It's going to be great. It's going to be one of the biggest Valentine here. You know, that whole month, the month of February, that Valentine month. So usually Valentine's Day and everybody just getting all this lovers month. But it should be every day. Every day you should love your partner. If you are in love with that person, it should be everyday thing. So, but Valentine is just special. It's an exceptional, special month. So yeah, so Facebook, I think Facebook kind of suspend me that I cannot. I say fail to post to Facebook. Yes, what Facebook said. You and 39 are temporarily restricted from sharing links until wow, until January 28th. So I think I did some violation. That's why they temporarily blocked me. So yeah, so this is February 17th. Make sure that you be there. Yeah. So well, ladies and gentlemen, here I was just waiting here. One more minute here. We'll be closing here, but it was nice hanging out with you guys today. As always, is current situation media. Ladies and that was fun. Ladies and that was very informative here. It was very educational, and thank you very much for tuning in. So let not your hearts be troubled. You know, in life, never give up. Keep pushing. Keep your relationship steady and going. And, watch out for the red flags when the relationship is failing. Try to fix it, address the issue that pretty much lead to the breakups or to the failures, and be able to get that issue talk about, discuss, and you know be flexible, change as needed. If you want to keep that relationship, like I said, I compare it to a car. You purchase a new car, you get into a new relationship, you're excited. You buy a new car, you're excited. You drive that car for a long time. As soon as that car become, have some red lights or some engine lights on, you get kind of sad. But guess what? Sometimes you work overtime to fix that car and get that engine light. Oh, you see the transformation light, but you love that car. You work overtime to get that transmission fix. You see all those light come in the car. You say, damn, man, I can't let this car go. But if you do let that car go and be like, F8, I will let this car go and buy a new car. And the minute that you don't like that car, the minute you have driven that car over and over and you just, tired with that car. And yeah. And so if you really love your car, you will maintain it to the fullest because you want to keep that car. You want to keep that car moving steady. So just like the relationship, you want to make sure that you address issues that lead to the failure of the relationship, address issues that lead to the downfall. When both partners can kind of compromise, say, you know what, I'm going to desist from this, I'm going to desist from this, regain the trust, and make things fresh again. That relationship is not bread and butter. It fluctuates. It's a teamwork. So, teamwork, 50-50 effort. One effort should not rely on one partner. No, the effort should be in 50-50. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be interviewing AFI officials. AFI stands for Africans in Iowa for Empowerment. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, and you have a pleasant night.